So I've been spending the last month in Lisbon and I'm leaving tomorrow. And I thought that before I left, it might be kind of fun to do like a little tour of what are like the pantry sauces and condiments that I bought when I was in Lisbon for the 30 days that I was here. And I feel like one of the questions that I sometimes get asked are like, what are your pantry staples? And I like always list the things that I grab the most often in my apartment, and like I have my sauces and condiments in my apartment in multiple cupboards and rows, and I just like kind of list the ones that are like the most accessible to me because those are the ones I probably use most often. But being here, I went to the Asian supermarket on like my second day here, and I was like, okay, what are my staples? Like, what do I really need to cook with? And some of them I think surprised me a little. And then of course, like I added more things as time progressed. Anyways, I'm going to show you. And also this is filmed on my phone and not my camera because I broke my camera yesterday. And I'm proud to say that I actually found someone to inherit all of my sauces and condiments on this Facebook expat group. I thought about just gifting it to the Airbnb, but like you never know if they're actually going to keep it or like if maybe they think this stuff is just a waste of space and toss it. Okay. So this is most of it. We have my favorite soy sauce that I was really surprised to find in Lisbon. This is actually the premium original version of the one that I usually get. I've only ever seen this in New York before. I can't even find it in California. And this brand of soy sauce is really hard to find in San Francisco. I've actually yet to find it. I can only find it if I like drive to the Ranch 99 in Daly City. I gave up my car before I left, and before I gave up my car, I went to Ranch 99 and I bought 6 bottles of the soy sauce. A lot of people ask me also like, what is the difference between this soy sauce and other soy sauces? Like, why do you go for it? I honestly never considered myself like a big soy sauce connoisseur. I do think this one has a lot more of an umami flavor to it than other brands. And it just tastes like really good on its own. It's not salty like some soy sauces are. And what my mom also says is like, not all soy sauces are properly brewed these days. And this one I think says it is brewed for 6 months. Yeah, 6 months fermentation, naturally brewed. Whereas I think other brands maybe like put additives to speed up the fermentation process. There, great soy sauce. I would like to be sponsored by this soy sauce. Sesame oil, which kind of surprising because I actually really didn't like sesame oil growing up, but now I tolerate it / almost even like it. My mom's really picky about sesame oil. I'm not that picky. She thinks like some are a lot brighter and more flavorful than others, and I'm just like, sesame oil. Well, there was actually like a lot of different vinegars at the store that were white and rice. There was rice vinegar, there was rice wine vinegar, there was white rice vinegar, and then there was something else that I don't remember. But I kind of like stood there for a while. I was like, which one should I get? But I bought this mainly because I wanted to do like marinated cucumbers. And there were moments in time where I wish I had black vinegar as well. But I just didn't think I would use black vinegar as much as a white rice vinegar. And as you can see, like I did pretty good. I think I actually did a really good job using up the sauces. Like I used up half of this bottle. I used up half the bottle of the soy sauce. And I used like 2/5 of the bottle of sesame oil. I also got mirin. I have mirin and I have honey, but I actually don't think I have sugar in the apartment. So I was kind of just using like mirin as my substitute. Mirin or honey as my substitute for sugar. I did not grow up using mirin. It's a Japanese condiment. It's sweet cooking wine, and I like it because I feel like it gives you sweetness, but it has a little bit more depth to it, almost like if I was combining Shaoxing cooking wine and sugar together. And so I like that it adds dimension to foods. Roasted sesame seeds. I really like roasted sesame seeds just for the aroma that it adds to stuff, and then just a little bit of texture to like basically anything. And I probably actually overuse it, but I don't care. Togarashi. This was like the thing that I saw at the store, and I was like, I know I really don't need it. And I was like, I know I really don't need it. And I walked around and I was like, I know I really don't need it. But then I came back to it. And I'm noticing now that this expired 2 years ago. Or was produced 2 years ago. May 9th, 2020. Whatever. It still looks fresh. Oh, 18 months. I knew that I didn't need it, and last week I realized I hadn't even opened it, and then I started using it more because I was like, oh, I really need to justify the fact that I bought this. So I like shot and did 2 recipes that used togarashi, maybe 3. Laogama. This was not in my original purchase list. Neither was the rice vinegar. Those 2 I bought later on. But this one, I forgot what I wanted, but I was like, some chili crisp would be nice. I never realized there were so many different kinds of laogama until I moved to New York. And so that was like maybe 2018? 4 years ago. Because my entire life, I grew up with the black bean laogama, and my parents just bought it. So I just thought like there was only black bean. And I went to a store and you have like crispy chili in oil, fried chili in oil. And it made me realize that I don't actually know the difference between all of them. And again, in Europe, I don't know if they're like branded the same in English as they are in the States, and if that's consistent. So I bought this one. Pretty good. And now I want to do a laogama taste off of like all the different kinds, so I can actually like have a better understanding of what the nuances between them are, and like more of an opinion of like which one I like best. Also a late purchase was crispy shallots. I only used this once. I probably didn't need to get it, but they're lovely. I think we're almost there. 2 more things. I found this little packet of miso paste, and this is my second one. Actually, I used up the first one, and I got it because I do like using miso a lot in like flavorings, and I've done like a few different miso buttery things, miso vinaigrette, and I didn't feel bad about buying it because it's so small, and I was like, okay, like I don't feel bad wasting it. Though now that I'm giving it away, I don't feel that bad about any of this. Man. So the first time I went to the Asian supermarket, it was a Sunday. And a lot of stores tend to be closed on Sunday because it's a pretty Christian country. And so this store only had the giant tub of gochujang. And I could have waited till the next day to go to a different store to buy a smaller, more reasonably sized tub of gochujang. But I didn't. So I bought this giant tub of gochujang, and I have been looking for every possible reason to use this and everything to justify the fact that I bought it. It is a Korean red chili paste, and I quite like it. I think I use 15% of the tub, which is I think that's pretty good for me. You know, I give myself 20% actually. What can I say about gochujang? I thought about buying sriracha, and I was like, no, don't buy sriracha. You already have gochujang. So we've been using this as our spicy seasoning. I mean, the other things I won't really talk about, I bought red wine vinegars, some chili flakes, a lot of teas, a lot of noodles. So I got these ramen noodles. I got some soba noodles, which I will ask the person tomorrow if she wants these as well. I hope she says yes. I also bought some quinoa, oatmeal. Oh, nori sheets that I used for my soy butter pasta. It was so good on the soy butter pasta. Very essential. And then I ended up cutting up a little bit to put on toast as well because I didn't have furikake, and this added the nori flavor. I didn't see any fresh or frozen udon here, but I did see shelf-stable udon, and let me tell you, this stuff is not good. Maybe other brands are better, but this one was not good. It just it has the shape of udon, but it lacks the cuteness. Or I don't know if other cultures use the word cute. They definitely don't. In Chinese, a lot of people will use the word Q as a word for chew or bounce to talk about the texture, particularly about noodles. You really want that cuteness. And that's like also some noodle shops are like named QQ because like you're really looking for that Q. This has no Q. You bite into it and it's just like, it's very disappointing. I'm pretty sure when I made it, I don't know if I want to share, but I'm pretty sure when I made it, I didn't even finish it because I was just like, this is the saddest udon I've ever eaten. I'm going to show you this fridge. I think I already did the fridge in a different video, but like, it's really hidden in the wall. I do believe that is everything. Thank you for watching, and tomorrow I will go to Porto for 4 days where I will not have any of my stuff, and then I'm going to go to Istanbul for 3 weeks, and I don't know how much cooking I'm going to do there. I don't know how much I will restock there, but yeah. I don't know what to do with this. I bought this my first trip, kind of like the Togarashi where I saw it and I was like, oh, I kind of want this. This really caught my eye because it looks so cute. Okay, now we're really at the end.